gonna be a heavy one.
Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. Back in the midst of the flood disaster here at the condo, facing the aftermath. You know, it occurred to me about 6 months ago, I predicted this on an earlier video.
But we'll see this year, unlike the last two, maybe a normal or even wet year. So yeah, I have done some checking around and in the almanacs and so forth, and I believe the wettest year in the last 30 is predicted for 2021 here, so not sure that'll encompass the entire country or just parts.
So there you go, maybe you heard it here first. But at any rate, we have a lot to get to today, so let's just go ahead and jump on into it.
Not a good day. So you saw the car park. So this is about 3 times as bad as last time, about 3 times as much water in that car park. Last time it was just over my rim, just over the rim, maybe about 6 inches of water. I got an 18-inch wheel on the back of my bike, plus the tire is about all the way around, about another couple, 2-3 inches. The whole back tire was submerged. I have a 21-inch front tire, or front wheel, and there again, some more tire around. That was only sticking up out of the water an inch or two. So I would estimate 22 inches of water. 22 inches of water in most of the garage. It might have peaked at 24 inches by the time I saw it. I don't know. But it seems like what everybody's doing is trying to get their vehicles out. The way I look at it, the damage is done. There is higher ground here. The flood here on Soi 15 has subsided, but I know it needs to be done. It's just a lot of work. So the next couple days I'll be doing that. I've got to get them all trucked away. I've got to get them all drained. I've got to get the engines flushed. I've got to get all the electrical connections sprayed and cleaned up, and then resealed, everything resealed, new ball bearing, bearing seals, everything. So it's a big process to do it right. This lady over here just pulled out her little MSX, which is basically a Honda Grom. And that's a low bike. It was up to the seat in water. I said, where are you taking it to get fixed? She goes, oh no, where? She turned the key on, the neutral light came on. She goes, it's fine, I'm just gonna let it dry out. Here they are trying to start it. They're trying to start it. I wouldn't even try to start it. I've dealt with flood cars for a large part of my professional career, and it's the worst thing that can happen to a car, really. If you think you get it fixed, you think you did the right thing and do what I'm doing, and 6 months later it's just one thing after the next. That's what happens with flood vehicles. That's why you never want to buy one. But now I got 3 of them. Welcome to my world. Long time. Oi, oi, ani kap. ไปร้านนี่เหรอ
เขาลองดูถ้าโอเคก็ไม่เป็นไร
Oh. I guess it wouldn't turn over, so they're going to try to jump start it. My recommendation is, I've reached out to a couple people already today, but from dealing with flood cars, don't even try to start it. Don't even turn the ignition on. You got it all dried out, drained, flushed. But I got it running a little bit.
Wow. Oh,
Happy, happy, lah. Happy, happy, ah. But I don't think bikes are as fickle as cars. There's just not as much to them. Well, I hope it's okay. I hope okay. So I told V to tell the security to start dragging my bikes out, parking them here somewhere. I just got to get them all. Just got to do take the next right step, which get them all trucked into a shop. So that's what it's going to be for the next couple days.
So yeah, the scene at the condo pretty much was tow trucks, and of course all the staff and security at the condo rolled up their sleeves and started dragging out the vehicles. Some of the cars, especially the early ones, were actually floated out. I saw a couple that floated out.
All right, so I got the Honda out. The guys, they're working their butts off here trying to help people push the vehicles out, cars, bikes, whatever. So they pushed it out, and I parked across the street. I could see the water's up way over the end, not over the top of the cylinder head, but up about midway up through the block, which incorporates some electrical connections and maybe the battery that's tucked down under the seat, probably. So once electrical gets hit, that's the worst. I haven't even turned the ignition on. I'm not doing any of that. Just one stroke of luck. V's little scooter, now that would have been basically totally underwater, like all these. She needed a wheel bearing or something yesterday, and she went to school and she said it was wobbling. She took it to the shop. The shop's up here, so her bike was high and dry. That's one less to worry about. My big touring bike, that was kind of up in a corner. I don't know. I'm just wishful thinking. I think it might be okay with a flush and a refill and bearings. I don't know. So they're still bringing those out. It's gonna be an all-day thing doing that, and then I'll work on getting them to the shop. But they are everybody's pitching in and trying to help. But I see these guys. Here's another one right down here. This white scooter. They're just bringing them out, and as soon as they get them out of the water, they're turning the key on and trying to start them. I don't know. That's I think the worst thing you can do. Anyway, continue the trudgery. That's two. So everything underwater. Now, I've seen the high water line. I'll show you. I didn't go down there myself until about 8:30 this morning. When I woke up, it was just drizzling. I didn't realize it was as bad as it was. It was worse before I saw it because the high water mark's about 6 inches higher. That would put this at least 24, maybe 28 inches of water in that garage. Conceivably 30 deep. So I don't think it got over the seat on this, but it definitely got over the front fender, over the back wheel, and about halfway up the tank. About halfway up the tank. Didn't go over the seat, I don't think. No evidence of that because the seat still has dust on it, as I haven't ridden it in a while. But about halfway up the tank, which is clearly over the motor, over the carburetors. Carburetors have always been a problem anyway. Maybe that'll make it better. So last time, what's that been, 2-3 weeks ago, that was about inconvenience. This time it's about damage. Lots and lots of damage. I mean, I think probably technically almost every vehicle in here is a casualty. At least they'll never be the same again. I'm not saying we can't get them back to starting and running and the resemblance of what they used to be, but I don't think any vehicle in here will ever really be the same again. Hey man, long time no see. Last but not least, it's going to be a heavy one. These guys are getting their work out today. I don't think they bargained for this when they showed up for work this morning. Yeah, all wet up under there. So I think the water came up here, look. above all that. So this is the sandbag brigade. The sandbag brigade. Hopefully maybe that'll help a little bit. So the bikes are loaded up, going up to the big service center on Pattaya Flood. And I'll take the other one up to a special shop on Sukhumvit Road tomorrow. So he's got all the bikes here. These guys couldn't even get mine loaded, and other people are trying to harangue them saying, hey, what about me, what about me? Everybody wants their bike taken in, which is really the right thing to do. I just had a buddy tell me he had a little scooter, he took it and got it oil changed. It only takes like 1 liter of oil, but 2 liters of liquid came out. Two liters of liquid came out of the crankcase. So that gives you an indication right there. It's just best not to turn it on anyway. These guys came out quick. I've dealt with them before. The guy remembered me. It's the Kawasaki dealer, and then there's a small shop that does like scooter and other stuff repairs. So that's why 2 guys, 2 different shops, but they're really right next to each other. They're part of the same complex. So I hope it's not too much of a saga. I hope they just take everything apart, flush it out, put it back together, and everything is good. I hope. We'll see. So I'll follow up tomorrow. I'll go to the shop, see what kind of progress is being made, and we'll take the other bike in. The other bike is probably going to be a lot more of a project, but it's a low priority. So I got that hiding back there under the fruit tree that you can't eat. Apparently you can't eat these. What a day. What a day. I almost wish they would have knocked on our door in the middle of the night and said, hey, big rain, move the bikes and stuff to higher ground. It would have been worth it just to park them up here then, because I don't think this ever flooded. Just down in that garage, it got up to 28 inches of water. So I had a friend measure it with a tape measure, and I don't think he got I think that was after it receded a little bit. So you're looking at 2.5 feet of water probably. So we'll get them fixed. The dirt bike will come back. That really is probably okay. I could probably start that up and ride it away right now. But just all precautions, taking it in. But the other ones probably aren't coming back. I'm going to find higher ground, park them, and then we're moving soon anyway. So I'll just have that one in here. It's the lowest risk. There's a lot of cars ruined. That's the big thing. I mean, I've got these bikes and it's a whole saga with that, but really, people with cars and nice cars that were just water up to the console in the cars. So a lot of damage out here today.
So the following day, I started making my way up to the shop, check in and kind of supervise the process on the repair of the bikes, and couldn't quite bring myself to go up there and get involved with it yet. So I came by and saw my buddy Phil here at the pub and thought I'd get some comfort food. Thought that would cheer me up a little bit, and it was good as usual. I did not eat all those mashed potatoes. He gave me way too much, but I think after having a little lunch here and a little chit-chat, I felt more prepared to go up and face the music at the shop. So let's go on up and see what they're doing.
Wearing my new shirt today. I told you I'd wear that last time. I forgot anyway. Put the bikes on the truck. I'm up here on Pattaya Flood, Mithian service, big service dealer. The one behind me is scooters and small bikes, and then the big Kawasaki one's around the corner. I'm going to go over there in a minute and check on the other bike. But this one's done, and as I suspected, this guy is rough and tumble, sits up very high, even though the water did get up to about here. The electrics are fine. He did the chain. We flushed it, refilled it with oil. Said I didn't even need a spark plug. It didn't get up that high. So I'm gonna go start it up. I've not started it. I've just got here, and we'll see. Sounds like normal. So yeah, I figured this one would be okay out of precaution. I probably could have started it up and ridden it away yesterday, but just as a precaution, it's kind of made to go through water. So the other ones, not so much, especially the small one. But a guy's coming for that later. I'm gonna go back here to Kawasaki, see what's going on with them, although the Kawasaki mechanic told me he was off today and would be tomorrow. But the good news, I just want to, at least a happy note, I think it was 400 baht for the oil, just for them to go over it and change the oil. 400 baht, I don't know, under $15, under $15 US. Oh, okay. I need my shot. ใช่ครับ โอเคโอเค good เก่งเก่งเก่งเก่งพรุ่งนี้ทำใช่ไหมโอเคครับ okay, okay, we'll come back tomorrow. Thank you. Very nice. And so they got it all on the stand, and they told me he's off today, so I guess he's entitled to a day off like everybody else, although Thursday's kind of a strange day off. But we will see tomorrow. But I'm back on two wheels. I've got one bike to ride. So that's good. That's all I need.
All into the next day. The tow truck brigade continued at the condo, and I was able to get the other bike, a truck, because that went to another shop, the little white bike. So we got that loaded up. Now, a couple updates. The following day after this day, I did go back and get the Kawasaki back, and I got a clean bill of health on that as well. No water got in. Even the air filter was dry. So he did tell me if I would have started it down there in that mess, I'd have been in trouble. But it was good. It was all good. The condo has also started a claims process, and they're asking for photos and green books and that kind of stuff. So that's another positive note, I guess, here to end on. This bike, we'll see what happens. I don't know. All over the carburetors and everything. I don't know. But at any rate, that's what it was. I hope you enjoyed the episode, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it off right here.
And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.